tanghali mga ka-webinar. Nandito na naman tayo sa ating Nutrition and Health webinar series brought to you as a community service by Farmacia Jimenez Corporation. With today's sponsors, Cell Life Cellular Nutrition at No Rush Cream. I'm Grace, your host and moderator for this afternoon. For this 14th episode, ibibigay natin ang part 3 ng active life during quarantine. Sa mga nakasunod ng ating past episodes 6 and 9 na ating webinar series, na pag-uusapan natin ang importance sa ating overall well-being ng pagiging active sa pamamagitan ng physical exercise, lalong-lalo na ngayong quarantine period. Alam natin na ang isang effect ng community quarantine is staying home 24/7 at less physical activities na dati na nating ginagawa for years before this quarantine. So for today's episode on active life and physical exercise, magle-level up tayo dahil ang ating mga guests are multiple sports coach, triathlete at extreme sports enthusiast. Ang key resource natin, ang key resource person natin this afternoon na magpapaliwanag ng ating topic na 4 factors in improving health and fitness ay isang accomplished coach and athlete. He's a certified coach of International Triathlon Coach Association since 2010. He is a certified course specialist of National Exercise and Sports Trainer Association since 2012. He is also a certified intense mixed performance accelerated cross-training coach, a Kona Ironman Challenge Roth Ultraman finisher, Patagonia Marathon, the North Face 100 finisher, and so much more. Ang dami. So good afternoon. We're happy to have you here in this episode. Good afternoon, Coach Sam La Peña. Coach. Hi, Coach Sam. Here's Coach.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Hi, Grace. Good afternoon, viewers. Good afternoon, Grace.
Hi, Coach. Yeah, say hi to your teammates.
Yeah.
Yung kinukochan mo,
Hi,
mga
Tony.
telegrams na
Hi, Iron Bear.
Yeah. At para maging, thank you Coach Ram, para maging lalong active ang ating discussion later, we also invited 2 guest reactors to share their experience with regards to our topic, who are both in extreme sports and are equally accomplished athletes. Our first reactor guest ay isang Master of Arts graduate ng Ateneo Graduate School. He is actually an academician pero kilala siya sa larangan ng Philippine Triathlon as Iron Burr at isa rin siyang long distance cyclist. He is a finisher of 15 full Ironman, including Kona Ironman World Championship. No other than Mr. Gerard Reyes. Good afternoon, Mr. Gerard.
Good afternoon, Grace. Good afternoon, Coach Sam. Good afternoon, Tony. Good afternoon to all those watching.
Thank you, Mr. Gerard, for allowing us to hear you out this afternoon, your personal experiences. And of course, we also invited another guest reactor this afternoon who is an entrepreneur and at the same time athlete who has also accomplished so much in both worlds. Prior to the quarantine, he would be an entrepreneur on weekdays and would turn athlete on weekends, racing in different places every weekend. So wala naman masyadong nagbago ngayong quarantine kasi ganun pa rin naman ang kanyang routine. Virtual races nga lang pag weekend, hindi na in different places. He is a 2018 Norseman Extreme Triathlon finisher, a 2019 1,200 kilometer Audax Bre Paris finisher, a 2019 1,200 kilometer Audax Bre finisher, a four-time full Ironman and four-time Audax Super Randonneur finisher, a Spartan Trifecta World Champion qualifier. What else is there to say? He got it all like SM. Welcome, Mr. Tony TJ Jimenez.
Having me, no? Dapat si Gerard at si Coach Sam ang center.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dahil napapanood tayo via Facebook Live, sa ating mga Facebook Live ngayon, you can post your comments below and ang ating subject matter expert will answer some of your questions. Ulit, ini-encourage namin kayo, mga FB Live viewers, to include in your comments kung anong topic ang gusto nyo i-discuss natin sa susunod na weekend, na Saturday, at we will invite a subject matter para i-discuss yung mga episodes na susunod na gusto nyong pag-usapan. Ini-encourage din namin ang mga viewers na mag-participate sa ating quick survey. If the topic is useful and relevant to you, put yes. If it's useful, then put no if the topic is not relevant to you. Sa mga Facebook Live viewers na mag-actively participate this afternoon, magtatanong, you have a chance to win a special gift pack from Oranim Terra Mouthwash and Nimit Clean Alcohol if your comments will be chosen as a question to our resource person and our guest. So, wag na natin patagalin. I'm sure this is going to be a very interesting discussion. Coach Sam, based sa iyong malalim na experience, ano ba ang importance ng physical exercise? At ano ba yung 4 factors to improve health and fitness, and anong pwedeng gawin ngayong quarantine sa bahay para ma-maintain ang ating health and fitness? Coach Sam.
Okay. So, itong pandemic, so itong COVID-19, na-limit yung outdoor exercise natin. Siyempre, mas stimulating yung pag-outdoor eh. So, na-limit yon. So, we have to think kung anong dapat natin gawin, yung tamang gawin habang nasa bahay tayo. So, we have pag nasa bahay tayo eh. 24 hours. So, 8 hours of sleep. The rest, ikaw nang bahala dun. So, 1 or 30 minutes to 1 hour exercise will do good for you. So, yung pagkain mo, pagtulog mo, tama. So, yun nakaka-improve dyan. So, yung 4 factors kasi marami sa ating natenggang athletes. So, physically fit nga, pero healthy, physical fit and healthy. Pero alam ba nila kung ano yung word na yun? Napakasimple lang yun eh. Pero minsan hindi natin nagagawa. Dahil nga masyado tayong busy sa race, sa mga races, sa mga activities na goal natin for the week. So minsan nakakalimutan natin yun. What is physically fit person? Yeah, person. So sabi nga ni Google, ability to perform physical activities, but doing it right will make full. So physically fit, pag sinabi kong mag-swim ka ng 200 meter, mag-run ka ng 2 kilometer, mag-bike ka ng 1 kilometer. Pag nagawa mo yun, yeah, physically fit ka. You can do whatever you want to do on a distance and time. Yeah, physically fit. Next. So yan, yung being healthy, so medyo complex siya. A state of complete physical, biochemical, emotional balance, where all bodily systems, yung nervous system, hormonal, immune system, digestive, function in one harmony, in harmony. So, isa dyan na, kunyari, yung nervous system mo hindi tama, ang number one nervous system mo dyan is yung parasympathetic tsaka sympathetic. So, yun yung tinatawag natin yung rest tsaka yung sleep. Active ka nga, but you don't have a complete rest and sleep. So, kulang na kagad. Yung nervous system mo, tinatamaan na kagad. So, yun yung mga example niyan. So, marami sa ating athlete, yeah, I can give you distance there. I can give you bike. Pero kulang naman yung rest and sleep. Paliwara rin. Ibig sabihin, unhealthy pa rin siya. Yan ang mga example dyan. Next. So, okay. So, yun yung 4 factors to improve fitness and health. So, number 1, kaya nilagay ko yung number 1 sleep. Kasi yun talaga nagkukulang sa atin lahat ngayon . Number 2, aerobic workouts and strength training. All kinds of aerobic workouts. We're doing it. Swimming, biking, running, walking. Yeah, and strength training, of course. Stretch band exercises, strength training with weights. And the next is rest and nutrition. Next. So, yan, rest. Nakaupo ko. Medyo rest na ako niya before ng race. Yeah. Cease work or movement in order to relax, refresh oneself, or recover strength. So, yung simple lang. Pero yung iba, ba't ako mag-rest? Kailangan ko mag-workout. So, parang hindi nakaka-recover yung yung katawan natin. Dalawang klaseng rest . Isang rest, 24-hour rest, or yung rest before in between workouts. So, I'll give you intervals of 400 meter sprint. I'll give you rest 2 minutes. Pero yung iba, nakakalimutan na. Porket bumaba na yung heart rate nila, wala pang 30 seconds, nag-uumpisa na kagad. Hindi na nasusunod yung rest in between intervals. So isang mali rin yun. So, imbis na mapabuti tayo, yung muscular endurance natin, mapa-better, bumaba dahil hindi kompleto yung rest. Next. Yan. Exercise or practice workouts. Yeah, aerobics. So we have strength training, stretch band exercises, swimming, cycling, running, and walking. Next. So, yan. I-distinguish ko lang yung aerobic tsaka anaerobic. So, in a simpler way. So, yung aerobic is with oxygen. You exercise easy by using more oxygen. Requires steady oxygen to the muscles to perform activity. So, yung anaerobic is a sudden burst of exercise like lifting or jumping. Yan, hindi na kailangan ng oxygen yan. So, it doesn't require additional oxygen to be taken in by the muscles to move the body. Okay, next slide. So, yan. So, sleep, a condition of body and mind such as that which typically recurs several hours every night. So, several hours. We're talking about 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So, unfortunately, marami din sa ating mga athletes, 5 hours sleep, 4 hours sleep, tapos 3 hours na exercise, na heavy workout, especially going to the build-up period. 4 hours sleep lang, 5 hours sleep, tapos in 3 hours sila, heavy workouts. So, walang mangyayari. So, sleep, dapat 7 to 9 hours sleep. Okay, next slide. Okay, so i-distinguish lang natin aerobic exercise tsaka anaerobic. So aerobic exercise can become anaerobic if the intensity is too high. So, yan nga, marami rin sa athlete na pag sinabing easy running, pagka feel better sila, o ba't hindi ko kaya sprint na lang to para mas madali. So, ganyan. Yan, para, yun yung minsan na nakakalimutan ng isang athlete eh. So, pag sinabi ng coach sila na easy cycling, uy, medyo malakas ako ngayon ah. Anin ko to? Rat-rating ko to. Yan, yung mga ganyan. So, parang, yung 7 days na puro high intensity na workouts, maybe pwede mong malagpasan yan eh. But in the long term, sisingilin ka nila. Sisingilin ka niyan. It's either may lalabas na injury dyan, especially lower back pain. Yung knee injury and ankle, magkakarugtong yan eh. So, may lower back pain ka lang, diretso na yan. Pag hindi ka nakapag rest and sleep. Especially pag hindi mo na-distinguish ko yung aerobic or easy workouts, moderate or heavy workouts. Okay, next slide. Okay, so yung benefits of having an aerobic muscle. Okay, aerobic muscle fibers are associated with fatigue-free and fat-burning activities. Easy workouts siya. Pagtapos mo ng workout, pwede ka pang ulit tumakbo. Yan yung ibig sabihin ng aerobics. Okay? They are the primary form of physical support for our joints, bones, and other muscles, and the whole body. So, pag hindi develop ang aerobic muscles mo, tapos gusto mo palagi high intensity, anaerobic training, in a few weeks, you can get away with it. Pero after that, injury na kasi wala nagsusupport na muscle sa mga joints mo. So yung ang support nun is yung aerobic muscles. They are mixed with into virtually all our muscles alongside smaller numbers of anaerobic fibers. So siya talaga yung buo-buo na muscle para sa joint mo, para mag-support. Para doon sa anaerobic mo, para pag ginawa mong anaerobic training mo, anaerobic exercise mo, well, yung foundation ng muscle mo is malaki. Because you palagi mong ginagawang aerobic exercise. So, isa niyan yung fat burning. You can avoid injuries such as lower back, ankles, and knees pain. Yung sinabi ko kanina. Gives full support to the anaerobic muscles. Yan. So, kaya nga importante talaga aerobic exercise. Especially sa mga mag-uumpisa pa lang ng training or may goal na 8 months before. Yung 3 months to 4 months na foundation, na base period, dapat seryosohin talaga yun before you go to the build-up period. Okay, next slide. So, yung 3 types of muscle fibers. So, hindi ko na masyadong anin yan. Basta ang sa triathlon or anuman endurance sports, ang ginagamit natin is the slow twitch muscle. So, yun yung muscles na marami oxygen, the mitochondria. So, yung mitochondria, yun yung muscles, yun yung cells na merong maraming oxygen. Okay, to perform long distance training. Okay. Next slide. So, strength training, isa rin importante yan. Lalo na sa foundation or base period. So, sa strength training, there are 2 types. Next slide. So, we have the free weights, the dumbbells, barbells, but using lightweight muna, especially in the foundation or base period. So, itong sa stretch band exercises, this one, all year long, pwede mo siyang gamitin. all year long. So, okay. So yung using lightweight is maintaining muscle tissue, increase strength, improve bone health, controlled body fat, and decrease risk of injury. Okay. So yung using stretch band to improve the quality of exercises, recruit more stabilizing muscles, fundamental for functional training, great alternative to machines. So mas mura na, nasa bahay ka pa, hindi mo na ginagamit yung machine sa gym. So designed for compound exercises. So pwede kang gumawa ng kahit anong exercises. Promote better form. So in better form, pwede mong i-control yung motion mo eh. Okay. Next slide. Okay. So, balik muna tayo sa strength training bago tayo mag-nutrition. Okay. So, in strength training, ginagamit, usually sa mga binibigay kayong, may workout sila for the week na using free weights on a week and also the stretch band. So, importante yung dalawa. Pero, in a controlled motion, dapat yung i-perform yung activity na yun in controlled motion. Dapat maganda yung form mo. Hindi lang basta-basta. It's biomechanics ng muscles or yung bones mo. So, pag sinabi ko na lunges, pero yung tuhod naman, nandun naman, nakalagpas naman doon sa toe. So, injury naman yun. Hindi yung right form. So, ang right form is yung right knee, ay yung knee, dapat nakaparallel dun sa ankles. Okay? So, parang mga ganon. So, dapat yung form at yung controlled in motion. Okay? Next slide. So, ito yung pinaka-importante isa, nutrition. So, yeah. Next slide. Okay. The right food. Ibig sabihin, healthy food. So, healthy food is real, unadulterated, and unprocessed, and nutrient-rich. Consuming these foods provide a great potential for both immediate and long-term health benefits. So, yeah. So, yung right food, so, simple na lang yan eh. Kung ano yung pruta, kung ano yung mga fruits na available in season, vegetables, syempre yung protein from plants, yung beans, fish, beef, yeah, a little bit pork. Syempre, kailangan din natin ng pork. Okay, next slide. Yeah, syempre, yung supplement. Lalo na pag gumagawa tayo ng long workouts. So nagre-rely tayo sa real food at syempre yung supplement. Supplements natin like Cell Life. All natural naman siya. So it will give us a boost to our immune system and ma-fill out natin yung RDA, yung recommended daily allowance natin na hindi natin nakukuha sa real food. Okay, next slide. So, eating your way. So, pag nag-aerobic exercise ka, it's more in good fat and oils, more protein, less carbohydrates coming from starchy food like sweet potatoes, grains. Less lang naman, pero syempre, dapat kumain pa rin. Pero i-lesser lang. Kasi it's aerobic exercise, it's more on fat burning and improvement of metabolism. So, consume fruits and vegetables. So, same. So, anaerobic, it's more carbohydrates kasi ang kinukuha niya is your glycogen. So, usually pagka anaerobic exercises, anaerobic training, pagtapos niya parang gutom na gutom ka. So, na-deplete na kasi yung glycogen mo eh. So, not unlike sa aerobic, easy swim, easy bike. Pag natapos ka nun, parang hindi ka naman gutom. Parang uhaw lang. Parang ganun. Pero kasi pag anaerobic, talaga kinukuha niya yung natin, yung stored glycogen. So you have to eat more carbohydrates coming from starchy food like protein. More protein, moderate good fat and oils. Consume more fruits and vegetables. Yan. Okay, so ang pagkakaiba lang niya, pagkakaiba ng aerobic, anaerobic, is yung carbohydrate intake. So anaerobic exercises consume more carbohydrate. The downside lang nun is can spike up your heart rate. Pero usually it's normal. Pag anaerobic exercise, kailangan mo i-spike yung yung heart rate mo to do more anaerobic exercises. Okay? Next slide. Yan. So, sa akin, wala akong pinipiling food pagdating sa nutrition, pero it's the right food you eat when in training, while on the race, and while on the week of training. So it comes up with the right food equals to a good performance on a training also and racing. So dapat tamang blend yung kinakain mo, kumpleto. So yung iba talaga kailangan ng supplement, which is vitamins and minerals, pero more real food, fruits and vegetables, antioxidants, yung ano ba to? Yung mga immune booster na supplement. Yan. And antioxidant. Okay. Next slide. Okay. So I did this ultramarathon. Okay. So dito lahat kinain ko. Miski junk food nakain ko dito. Okay. Next slide. Yeah. Next slide. I think okay. So mga pictures ko na lang yan. So I can end this so that we can do more talking.
Coach?
Yep.
Sam, meron tayo sa towards yung mga workouts. Yan lang yung mga can you recommend, di ba? Yung tanong natin. Ano yung mga pwede nating gawin ngayon na dahil limited ang access natin sa gym and limited yung access natin sa outdoor activities. Ito yung mga workouts na pwede natin gawin. Yeah, next slide.
Yes, next slide. So ito, if you have stretch cords, stretch band or stretch cord, or kung wala naman, kung meron kayong spare tube na nabutas, pwede nyo gawin yun eh. So you just lift, pwede nyo isabit lang sa wall. So I'm doing the upper body. So this will help me for the swim. So this I call the standing alternate. Yeah, stretch cord. So ito more on swimming because it generates power to your lats, your chest, your triceps, your forearm. Yan. It activates your swimming muscles. So habang wala pang swimming, at least nagagawa mo na tong workout na to para in case na open na ulit yung swimming, hindi na magugulat yung muscle mo. Okay. So pag wala kang stretch band, yung tube, pwede yun.
Tube. This one, coach.
The swimming position. But it's the same.
Yung
The
tube
same.
na sinasabi mo,
But in doon sa stand,
yung tube na sinasabi mo in the absence of a band. Kung may sirang tube.
O pag walang band, it's either a chin up and push up.
Okay.
Chin up or push up.
Oo. So this is the same for swimming then, coach.
Yeah, sa push up, you just do basic push-ups. 10 reps of 3 sets. Twice a week.
Okay. Also, yung
Pero
next
much better
video
kung may
natin,
stretch
ito-
band.
Yeah. Itong stretch band that you're doing now is for swimming, right, coach? This is for
Yes,
swimming nasa video. Yung next video
Yep.
natin, I think we also have video for stretching yan. Yan, this one. So you have your push-up.
Yeah, this one's for push-up.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, the right position. Ito yung right na paggawa ng push-up.
Okay.
The chest should fall on your chest. Tapos yung elbows nakadikit sa body.
Okay. Then the other video,
So this one is lunges for cycling and running.
lunges.
Yeah, to activate your glutes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, ilan usually, coach, ang gagawin mo prior to you biking and running?
So if you're new to the exercise, you can do 5 reps lang or 3
5
reps in 3 sets. Plus eventually you can add additional 2 every week or 1 every week.
All right. We have more videos pa to show, I think, yan. Yan. Ito, this one, coach.
This one is the single leg half squat. So
Okay.
this one will improve your balance. Lalo sa takbo,
Uh-huh.
balancing tsaka sa takbo. Mhm.
Okay.
It mimics your running form eh.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Oo. So how many do you need to do before you're running?
This one 3 sets lang, 3 reps lang for a beginner.
3
Basta
reps, 12?
makabalance ka lang muna.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 3 reps times 3 sets.
Ganun
For the
ka-konti
beginner.
lang. Ganun ka-konti, 3 times 3 lang. Alright. Oo.
Oo, pero dapat yung form mo maganda tsaka yung balance mo.
Oo. Ang maganda niyan sa mga viewers natin, pag binalikan nila tong episode na to, you have your free videos now to watch Coach Sam. So may free tutorial.
Yes, oo.
Yes, Coach Sam. Yung
Napaka-basic yan pero yun nga, napaka-basic exercises yan pero yan yung nawawala na sa mga athletes sa atin eh. Tsaka yung mga mag-uumpisa pa lang. Kasi hindi
Eto,
nila alam
Coach.
kung paano
Ito,
mag-uumpisa.
Coach, this one.
Ay, yun yung squat na arm raise squat yan.
Alright.
So, sa mga beginner medyo mahirap. Pero kung may nahirapan ka sa paggawa niyan, pwede mo baba yung arms mo. You just do regular squat.
Regular squats. Okay.
Uh,
We have some more videos to show. I think for the stretching yan. Yan.
Ayan. Tapos, yan. Ito for your lower back, your hamstring. Yan. The next one is the wide stance. So same din yan, kasama yung obliques nga lang.
Alright.
Kasama yung obliques.
And next one.
So ito, yung third video, yung D4 tayo sa lower back. Hips.
Lower back naman. Stretching for lower back. Yeah.
Lalo na pang-prevent pa na sa sciatica nerve.
Sciatica nerve. That's right.
Pang-prevention siya sa sciatica nerve. Galing sa ano. Ito ang pinaka ano dyan. After running.
Coach, pinaka mahirap yan
Mahirap to pero pag natapos mo naman to, nakaka-relieve sa lower back at sa hamstring mo. Lalo sa mga ginamit mong muscle sa running.
Yes. Ang viewers natin, meron kayong free videos na from Coach Sam for the step.
Hello?
Next video natin. Do we still have some more?
Ito yung ankle bends. So ito yung ankle bends.
Okay.
Relax your small muscles, the ankles.
What you're supposed to do. Okay. Ayan, Coach.
So ito, pang-relieve sa tight calf muscle.
Tight muscles.
Tight calf.
Okay. Nice.
Kasama rin yung Achilles tendon mo. Ma-stretch yung
Stretch. Okay. And this one.
next.
This one.
Ito yung para sa leg muscles mo, sa front muscle. Lalo sa bike, galing sa
Front muscles to legs.
yan, spice yan.
Nice. This one is my favorite. Ilang minutes ba ito, Coach, itong ganitong step? Ngayon.
Yan, yung para sa doctor,
Okay.
doctor muscles, adductor muscles.
Naririnig ba ako? Alright, Coach. Thank you. Nagkaroon tayo ng Fitness 101 today. Coach Sam, thank you. So, babalik tayo ulit sa'yo later. I'm sure yung dalawang guests natin are doing all those, stretching exercises and strengthening exercises. Kasi para magawa nila yung mga nagawa mo, I'm sure ginagawa nila.
Base yan, kaya,
Yeah.
sure.
I'm sure, Coach. Coach, babalik tayo sa'yo later, Hintayin ko lang, let's try to hear what Mr. Gerard has to share to us para matapos mo yung 15 full Ironman races and one having a Kona Championship, World Championship. Ano ba yung mga ginawa ni Mr. Gerard at ano yung ginagawa niya ngayon? Kasi sanay siyang nasa international races, Mr. Gerard.
Good afternoon, Grace. Good afternoon, TJ. Good afternoon, Coach Sam. Totoo, no? Sabi ni Grace, no? I've done Kona last year and 15 full Ironman. But siguro what many do not know is I used to be a 200-pounder couch potato.
You were.
Yeah, I was. Sayang hindi ko napadala yung picture sa you, Grace, no? But I used to weigh more than 200 pounds and slowly decided to take up the sport, no? Started walking muna. Walking turned to jogging, and then I was invited to swimming, and then into cycling. Tas now it's triathlon, no? Siguro yun lang gusto ko idagdag sa sinabi ni Coach Sam, no? He said the very good scientific background of the sport, no? Ang gusto kong pwede ko idagdag lang siguro is na yung element of progression. I think one person asked the question, how many push-ups ba kung beginner, how many kilometers yung as a beginner. I think it's subjective at to start with, no? Hindi mo naman pwede sabihin sa somebody who's never run before, tumakbo ka ng 5 kilometers. Siguro kay Mr. Jimenez, he can do it morning and afternoon, anytime, no? But for some people, it can also be quite a challenge. So it's the element of progression, tsaka yung subjective, no? Hindi yung wag natin just because other people are able to do it, na mamadaliin natin gawin siya. So may proseso tayo. Meron nga tayong tinatawag na cycle na yung you build tapos recover, just like what Coach Sam said. We need rest also. Kaya yun lang ang siguro I'd like to say that to start with, no, may progression tayo until siguro Rene can show yung some pictures that from my side, no, yung pictures ng, I think we have pictures from Kona. Ano yan, basically sige yan, I got there through a long journey. Hindi siya yung it wasn't achieved overnight, or I wasn't like this for so many years. So I was not an athlete siguro 2010, 2008, wala. And then I started my full Ironman 2012, I think, mga ganun. Kaya it's a process for everyone. Ngayon it's true, I've done Kona last year, and highlight siya kasi after doing 12 you qualify for legacy, and then tapos I did it last year. I did Kona last year. After Kona, I was telling TJ and Sam na probably take it a bit slow, enjoy more local races, and then as I was telling TJ, I want to do one extreme siguro in the future, no, just like him. Yun ang challenge natin in the future, but dumaan tayo sa COVID, so indoor workouts. I'm used to indoor workouts. I'm a trainer person, I'm a treadmill person, pero I miss the outdoors. It adds variety to what we're doing, yung being able to ride outside, no. Pero I'm fine and I've adapted to working out on the treadmill, working out on trainer. Wala lang ang swimming, kagaya ng ginagawa nila TJ, nakaka-swim na kayo eh. Sige.
This one, Gerard.
Rene, yeah.
Yeah, this one, Gerard. We have some photos to show of
Okay.
you just may kwento, yeah.
That was the run part of Kona, no? Yung
Can we have
pinakita
the
ni
photo
Sir
again?
Rene.
Can we have the photos again?
Paki-play mo na lang one by one. I believe they're all Kona photos until we reach the video at the end. Ayan, that was the run part of Kona. Medyo nakasmile, kasi that's what I always tell my friends and some of my friends who ask for tips. So, gusto ko, sabi ko, enjoy it. Enjoy. Kasi that's what I always tell my friends and some of my friends who ask for tips. So, gusto ko, sabi ko, enjoy it. Enjoy the race. Siguro make training difficult so you will enjoy race. You'll enjoy the race. It's a time for you to cherish your race. Sige, next natin, Sir Rene. Parang yung case Coach Sam, triathlon as a bike leg. This was taken in Kona also. And what's next, Sir Rene? Finish line photo in Kona last year. Next. Ito, I'd like to share something. No, those are my two kids. I always want to share na try to add the family aspect in triathlon. Many people have asked me yung ang dami ko raw races abroad. Yes, I do not deny that. Ang ginagawa lang namin is we try to make it a family vacation. Racecation nga siya. Racecation and some part, no? You try to find events that are within the areas that you want to travel, or time with family. So luckily, my two daughters, that's Monique and Jerry, they were volunteers, and they actually were the ones who caught me at the finish line in Kona. So very memorable sa akin, kaya nandyan sila sa loob ng finish line shoot. Next, Sir Rene. That's the life now, indoors. Working indoors, I usually have my coffee on the trainer in the morning para yung warm up is the coffee time, di ba, Coach Sam, di ba? Para yun na yun, warm up ka, mag-coffee ka. Sige, next please. Ano pa yun nandyan, Sir Rene? That's my
Gym.
sanctuary. It's sanctuary.
Yeah.
It's my sanctuary at home. That's where I work out, no. Sige, next please. Yan, more photos.
You didn't show your bikes, Mr. Gerard.
Hindi na.
That you have
Tapos during the ECQ, kami nila TJ are crazily into this. There was this hype for a while na mag-Everesting. You climb yung 10,000, the height of Everest using your trainers. Nakasama rin ako sa mga naayaya dyan. No? So isa yan sa mga memories during the quarantine. And Sir Rene, what's next? Meron pa ba? Another photo of being on indoors lang, no. What else? Next na tayo. Indoor and more indoor trainer. This was the last ride we had. Like there's TJ and Grace also at the back, no. Medyo nasa likod sila. This was our last ride last March, right, TJ? Tama ba? Yeah. This was in Besang Pass last March. That was our last ride out, no. Kaya we're looking forward to the time na makakalabas tayo ulit, ride outdoors.
Yeah.
Next, Sir Rene. Ayan, one of the things we did nung nag-ECQ, there was no work. Everything halted for us, no. Our operations in the school halted for a few weeks because it was quarantine. So what I did, I came up with these quarantine tips, no, which I posted on my Iron Bear Facebook wall. And siguro, Sir Rene, play mo yung isang sample video na we came up with this. My son's into film, so yan mga pinagagawa namin nung ECQ kami.
Yeah.
Ngayon everything's back to still easy. We're still all working from home, pero medyo nag-adapt na. Everything's falling into place slowly. There's work, tapos I try to work out at least 1 hour a day just to keep the fitness level. Pataas ng heart rate ng konti, pawisan ng konti. That's it. But I'm like Coach Sam. I have no dietary requirements also. During race lang siguro, a week before race lang kami. That's for me, Grace. That's all siguro I like to share. Siguro kung may questions na lang.
Awesome. I was gonna ask you that pa nga. Kasi sinasabi natin, diba, the longest leg in a triathlon, especially a full Ironman at that, is the bike leg. 200 kilometers yung nira-ride natin during a full, yung nira-ride nyo during a full Ironman race, ano. Pero ngayon na nandito na kayo, naka-quarantine kayo, nasa loob kayo ng mga ng I mean, you're doing an indoor bike, pero mahaba pa rin. You you showed to us, na sinabi mo doon sa video, that it's important, I think, to put something on doon sa may kung saan nag-uupo yung sa may saddle part.
Yeah.
Pwede mo kaming kwentuhan a little of that, Gerard? Yeah. Ano ka-importante siya?
Yes. Well, first of all, no, I still ride long, especially on weekends. Sabi ko nga dun sa one of my ECQ tips before was, during the ECQ, parang find a unicorn workout. And I literally did a full Ironman, bike and run in one day. Yung nagbike ako ng 180 sa trainer, tapos tumakbo ko ng full marathon.
Wow.
During the quarantine, no, and I find that to be my unicorn. Yung siguro after this pandemic, I'll look back at that. Kaya lang si TJ na yaya ako next week, magfu-full Ironman daw kami ulit eh. Anyway, totoo yun, Grace, no. Everybody suffers. There's a risk of having saddle sore.
That's right.
Aside from nutritional problems, everything, we shave and we have saddle sore, and that can come from so many reasons. One is prolonged riding, faulty bike fit, or inferior saddles, inferior pads, everything. But you can avoid this. Aside from getting good saddles, good cycling bibs, it won't hurt using good quality creams like No Rush, no, kasi masakit pagka nasusugatan. It's not just in the sensitive parts, no, for saddle sore, but also chafing. When we run, sometimes we have chafing in the arms, yung mga ganyan. You can put that also to avoid chafing. Swimming, minsan dito, if you're
right.
wearing if you're wearing a wetsuit, or if you're wearing a tri-suit, you can put it here also. And No Rush has been very helpful to remedy that for me.
Thank you, Mr. Gerard. That was,
of course, habol ko lang Cell
Yeah.
Life din. I'm also a
yeah, wearing your
just
Cell Life
like,
shirt.
also- yes.
Thank you.
I've been very thankful for Cell Life na for providing the best supplement for me.
When you did
Wala ka
your
nang hanapin pa iba. Yes. Yeah, before Kona, for Kona, that was my supplement.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Gerard. If I may just mention, Gerard is an academician. He manages actually his own school, but at the same time, he has the energy to still do all this, no, Mr. Gerard. Kahit ganito sa dami, alam ko pag academic siya, puro mental pero paano mo na ma-manage na babalanse na may ganitong karaming load ka sa school, at the same time you still are able to actually do all these extreme races, or
Kailangan, alam mo, Grace, kailangan I believe that the body needs physical exercise, no. Lalo na ngayong COVID. I just recall, no. I did my thesis on stress, no, and we're all going through a lot of stress nowadays. And one of the findings I came up during my thesis was that we need physical exercise as a remedy to stress, no. Parang coping mechanism natin is good exercise. Kaya no matter how extreme or how little, basta may form of exercise ka, that's very helpful to cope with the stressful situation. Kaya siguro proper time management lang, try to find time. I sometimes work in the evening or early in the morning when there's no work.
Wow. That must be tough, pero I'm sure your children and your wife, sobrang proud sila for your accomplishment, both in the academics, or both in your business, and both in your chosen sports, no? Thank you, Gerard, for sharing
Thank
that,
you, Grace.
especially for doing that video for us. Magandang material yan for us to share sa mga friends namin also na nasa trabaho. So,
Thank you,
babalik
Grace.
kami sa iyo ulit, Mr. Gerard, no? Yung next kasi natin, last but not the least, gusto lang natin
Most
marinig
important.
yung share na, because He has so much to share. Yes, Mr. TJ Jimenez. Ano ba ang sikreto mo? Bakit hindi natatapos? Parang too legit to quit sa kanya yung ginagawa niya. Sabi ko nga, diba, yung weekdays niya dati, entrepreneur siya. And then during the weekends, he raced in all the different countries, lahat ng karera na pwede niyang karerahin. So, akala natin, ngayong nag-quarantine, magbabago yon. Hindi pa rin. Kasi, sa dami ng virtual races na sinasalihan niya every weekend, it's just like doing it inside the home, pero ganun pa rin. So, Mr. TJ, what's the secret for all this uh, strength that you have in you? Would you like to share it to us?
Yes, good afternoon everybody, mga kapamilya, kapuso at kapatid. No, thank you Coach Sam for gracing us this event, and Brother Gerard, the Iron Bear, for taking time dito sa aming webinar. Well, sa akin, in terms of doing it more often this quarantine, iba yung nasa labas kasi yung actual race. Tingin ko mas ramdam mo yung adrenaline, yung pagod kasi you give it all eh. While we join virtual races, nasa comfort tayo ng bahay natin, andyan lang yung pagkain, gusto mong bumaba, no? But at the same time, ang take lang doon is that hindi tayo, kumbaga, nabuburyong. No? Because nabanggit kanina ni Brother Gerard, no, yung nai-stress, hindi man depression. This is cabin fever, anti-depression, anti-buryong. So to keep yourself busy, both mentally and physically. So pag busy sa office, after office, balik ulit to the grind, you know. But not as heavy compared dun sa actual race, no. Mahirap yung ginawa ni Brother Gerard this quarantine, lalo na yung Everesting. Ako hanggang ngayon, iniisip ko pa kung gagawin ko eh, pero tinitingnan ko pa lang, napagod na ako, kaya hindi ko pa rin ginagawa yung Everesting. No? But, yun nga, just to continue, yung balance na sinasabi kanina ni Coach Sam, yung active lifestyle plus yung rest and sleep, that's equally important, no? Kasi guilty ako in maraming cases na overwork, especially nung prior to quarantine, na overdo ko yung karera, no? Yung mga tipong back-to-back races. Hindi lang yun. Yung like, for example, the last thing na ginawa ko kasi before the quarantine was the 200-kilometer bike Audax. And then the following day, with less sleep, we did the Milo Finals in Tarlac.
Yeah, 42
kilometers. So yun, nagsuffer ako doon. We barely did a sub 6. No? Actually, parang 5:45 kami ni Brother Edwin doon eh. Ang target sana namin, sub 5. No? But, yun nga, dahil binak to back. So, pagod from the bike, kulang sa tulog. So, yun, nasingil. No? So, guilty. And hindi lang yung time na yun, maraming beses ako nasingil.
We have photos to show also. Kwentuhan mo lang kaming nanonood about these some photos of yours.
Sige, Ma'am James.
Yeah. At saka, kasi dito makikita natin kung anong ginagawa mo before the quarantine, just like what Gerard has shown us and Coach Sam, ano yung nangyari before the quarantine, and then ano yung nangyari nangyayari ngayon during quarantine. And I stand corrected. Thank you for reminding me. It is only 180 kilometers for a bike ride for the bike leg sa Ironman distance. Nalilito ako kasi daw 200 kilometers for the ODAX. No, Gerard?
Mm. Parehas kasing ginawa ni Grayson the full Ironman Pilipinas plus several 200 ODAX kilometer bikes.
So, ayan. That's the video of Mr. TJ in action.
Mm.
Okay.
So, ayan, dahil sabi ko nga, hanggat kaya kong gawin right now yung aking kaya ng katawan, so I'm engaging myself into different type of sports from triathlon to extreme triathlon hanggang obstacle course race. Magkasama naman kami ni Coach Sam din dyan. Si Brother Gerard na lang hindi pa na-invite dito sa obstacle course race. Spartan. So, and if you want to get dirty, yan. This is our Taiwan. Several times na kasi kami nagta-Taiwan for the 70.3 and full Ironman Taiwan. The guy na katabi ko is, kasama ko siya sa Norseman. Yan yung addict na black finisher na kasama namin. No? Tawagin ko siya si Big Deer. No? Very strong guy. Siya rin yung nag-pay sa akin dito. Gusto ko nang magbigay, kaya lang sinabayan ako, nasa labas siya. Sinabayan ako sa run course. Napilitan ako tumakbo ng 5 pababa. Sinisigawan ako eh. You have to run. Sabi niya, do not jog, you run. So, buti naman, that was one of my better time in 70.3 Taiwan.
Next.
Okay, next slide. Eto kasi dahil nabudol-budol ako dito ng taga-hub. Kaya napabili ako ng hub wetsuit because yung dala kong wetsuit na blue 17 na wetsuit, apparently pakiramdam ko giniginaw pa rin ako doon sa tubig. So kaya naka all hub suit. Ito naman, yung mga maliliit kong kasama sa Paris. Kita nyo, ang liit-liit nila. No? Mga Serbian long distance cyclist na nag 1,200. So kompleto sila, may pagkain, may beer after the race daw ng 4.5 days. Ito yung isa naming ginawa. This was a Spartan Danao, Cebu. One of the top, not the toughest course Spartan in the Philippine Spartan course. No? So kaya putikan. Ayan. So malilinis ka naman, Brother Gerard, kasi lulusong ka sa tubig. Ang maganda lang sa Cebu, dagat to. This is dagat yan. Kasi dito kasi sa Manila, puro man-made but in Cebu, dagat yung lulusungan. So kami ni Chicken Joy, together sa finish line. Plus, ito yung Pinoy na support group. Tapos ito naman yung mga Pinoy na Norseman marshals, no? So nagulat sila na may Philippine contingent pala.
Next.
Ito yung overtime limit ko na Paris. No, hindi ako umabot sa 90-hour minimum cut-off time. It took me 94 hours. No, pero maganda dito, may araw pa rin ako nung dumating. It was like 8:30 in the evening, pero maliwanag pa. No, so diyan ako naiyak. My first time to cry in my many races na sinalihan sa hirap. Tapos hindi ka umabot doon sa 90 cut-off time. But ito yung aming best ang pass trip with Coach Sam and the Iron Bear. No? One of the joy rides na ginagawa with Fondo Manila with Mr. Patrick Hoson. Yan, yung aking ever reliable backup PA support, no? In all my races, si Grace, no? Sabi nga, you cannot do it alone, no? You have to have your support. So, nagsimula siyang support PA, photographer, until she became a triathlon addict na rin. So, kahit quarantine, naglalaro na rin siya.
Okay, next.
Ayan. So, again, ito yung Spartan. Ito yung time na first race ako sa trail run. No? So, in my age group. So,
Next.
kaya maganda. Ito yung some of our pictures that we took prior to the actual PBP race. So dito dapat sumama ka dito, Iron Bear at saka Coach Sam. Every 4 years. 2023 is the next slate. No?
Yeah. Next.
Ito mukha siyang mahirap, pero pag natutunan mo yung technique of rope climbing, actually, ito yung isa sa pinakamadali sa Spartan na obstacle. Mukha lang siya mahirap, pero pag natutunan mo siyang gawin, especially using the rope with the legs and the hand. So,
yeah. I think we can show the videos yung mga ginagawa mo ngayon during quarantine. Of course.
Ito yung mga Japanese kong kasama doon sa hindi natuloy na Ironman na Korea. Ito yung mga penguin. Inadapt nila ako na honorary member. So, penguin member na daw ako.
Next slide. Now, during quarantine. Yun.
Ito, during quarantine, ayan, nakapantulog pa paglabas sa kwarto. So, yan ang ginagawa ko. Bala ko maging gymnastics. Ang stretch ng likod. Palaro-laro. Kasi bawal ang gym So, bumuo kami ng parang mini gym sa bahay. So, hindi naman siya mahirap. Mukha lang siyang mahirap. But, kaya naman gawin. Pa-practicein lang. So, and hinga-hinga. Tapos, instead na mag-reverse crunch ka nakahiga, pwede ka nagre-reverse crunch ng nakabitin. Next slide, please.
Next video, please. Yeah.
The same lang ata siya.
The battle group.
Ito yung sinasabi kanina ni Coach Sam, kung wala kang headband, pwede kang mag-chin-up bar. Pwede rin pabali-baliktad ng konti para lang to strengthen the arms. Next slide, please. So, ito parehas lang siya. Iba lang ang suot, hindi na nakapajama. So ito, ayan, para kang body weights na instead of dumbbells ang bit-bit mo, katawan mo yung bit-bit mo. So suspended, so para sa arms. Ito, ayan, battle rope. Wala kang battle rope sa, bumili ka na ng battle rope sa bahay. part pa rin ang tinuturo ni Coach Sam na aerobic drills, no? So, next. So, yun. So, basically, yan ang to keep you busy. Sandali lang din yan. Kamukha ni Brother Gerard. 1 hour lang din ako every day, no? Pang iba't ibang workout, warm-up lang, mix. So, that's it.
Sir TJ for that. Nag-overtime tayo pero may mga
Sobra.
rin tayong ano po ba from Pauline Grace Beduya, ano po ba ang best exercise para sa taong may thoracic scoliosis? So sino po ba sa inyong tatlo ang pwedeng sumagot dito? Yung academician, yung coach, yung businessman, entrepreneur. Sino po ba ang pwedeng sumagot nito?
Sinagot ko actually yung question, Grace. Sabi ko, I suggest go to a PT first. Kasi yung PT will determine yung extent ng limitations eh.
Agree.
Sinagot ko yung question.
Oh, thank you. So, pwedeng paulit lang yon. So, pwede silang pumunta sa...
But I suggest they look for a physical therapist who will evaluate yung injury if ever yung extent ng injury. Tapos, bibigyan sila ng mga strengthening activities ng PT or yung exercises na gagawin nila mismo. Ituturo ng PT yon.
Ayan.
Okay. Si kay Coach Sam, sabi how many minutes ang stretching exercises for the girls if they have a period?
Wala si Coach Sam eh.
Oo nga.
Wala si Coach Sam.
Nalobat daw si Coach Sam. So,
okay.
Yeah, I think si Coach Sam has to be the person who should answer that, kasi as a coach, dapat, tsaka body sensing ata, dapat yan pag ganyang may period. Depende yan sa pakiramdam nung may period. Kasi dun sa most of my friends that I know, kahit meron, laban lang ng laban. So,
isa ka na doon.
Dun lang, I mean, gumagamit lang sila ng mga whatever, paracetamol or ibuprofen. Anyway, last more, nawala si Coach Sam. Actually, nag-message siya sa akin, nag-lowbat na daw si Coach Sam. Coach Sam, nako, we'll be missing you. Anyway, so, ayun, I'm sure, if there's anything that I can see from all you three accomplishment ngayong afternoon to, I'm sure the viewers will agree with me. You are all guys intentional, discipline, and your accomplishment in these sports have spoken already kung gaano kayo ka-intentional. Hindi lang intense but intentional for you to have done all this. I mean, difficult races, challenges, lahat na, para mabalanse. Sabi ko nga, pareho kayo, si Mr. Gerard and si Mr. TJ are both entrepreneurs and at the same time accomplished athletes. So, dun sa mga nakikinig sa atin, it's really something for somebody to be able to actually strike a balance between these two. And sila, hindi lang ordinary yung nagagawa nila na lumalabas lang para mag-fun run. Diba? So, what else can I say? I mean, sabi ko nga I have this audacity to be so proud of being being a friend to Gerard, and ako isa sa mga inalagaan ni Coach Sam, and of course to have my boss with me here, hearing all these kwentos, anong sasabihin ka? What else is there to say? But I'm really so proud of you guys, Salamat for all this information, for sharing this to us. And I'm sure yung sinabi nga ni Gerard, sinabi ni Coach Sam, sinabi ni Mr. TJ, we should really find purpose every day in what we do. And I'm sure, sabi nga natin, this will inspire us to do more. So yung where we are now, yung quarantine, yung crisis should not stop us from doing and getting what we really want to do. Kasi it's really time to live. Tama ba, Mr. TJ and Mr. Gerard?
Amen.
So,
Amen.
so
Correct.
thank you.
Oh,
I
tama.
hope, I mean, I hope
Mindset,
you were-
mindset. It's all
mindset. Yes, Mr. Gerard. Yeah, you were saying about mindset. Yeah.
It starts with certain amount of mindset na you get determined, tapos progression lang.
Yeah, mindset, beginning with the end in mind. Yeah, of course. Oo. So, anyway, sabi ko, nag-overtime na tayo. I mean, yung mga questions natin na gustong sagutin, we will just try to answer you after this episode.
Yeah.
Meantime, I'd like to thank Coach Sam. Coach Sam, pag binuksan mo ulit, kasi nalobat ka, salamat for sharing us your expertise. I'm sure, pwede naming balik-balikan yung mga videos mo ng stretching and what's this one? And strengthening exercises. Maraming salamat for sharing that to us. And thank you also to Gerard. The video clip is very awesome. Thank you so much and we appreciate it. We appreciate you. We thank you for taking that time and your son for doing that for us. Maraming salamat. And of course to our boss, Mr. TJ, salamat po sa iyong ayaw niyang magpaimbita pero pumayag siya dahil nandyan si Mr. Gerard at saka si Coach Sam. Maraming salamat po. Anything else you'd like to say before we close?
Ako, thank you rin, Grace, for inviting me. TJ, thank you. Wala si Sam. Thank you for joining us. And to Farmacia Jimenez for always supporting all our needs, no? Especially for my nutrition and No Rush. Very helpful for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. TJ.
Well, thank you for everyone for watching our 14th webinar edition. We hope that bago nyo, balik-balikan niyo yung mga tips ni Coach Sam, no? Especially the exercise drills, no? And then the tips that the Ironberg Gerard shared, no? Very important, no? Kasi para hindi tayo mabigla in doing physical activities, no? So safety first palagi, no? Lalo pa ngayon for the quarantine, no? So palaging yan ang ating mindset, no? So wag lang pababayaan to keep ourselves healthy by keeping 30 minutes to an hour of physical activity. And of course, most importantly, nutrition. Okay? Just to make sure that ourselves are always in tip-top shape. So thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Gerard. Thank you, Mr. TJ. And thank you, Coach Sam.
Ayan na si Coach Sam. Andiyan na si Coach Sam.
Coach Sam.
Thank you, Coach Sam.
Coach Sam.
Andiyan na siya. Nakikita ko na siya.
Oo.
Walang audio.
Coach Sam, sa aming resource person. Coach Sam, andyan ka pa ba? Thank you.
Andyan siya. Wala lang audio.
Coach Sam.
Coach Hansam.
Coach
Hansam natin yan.
Andyan na Coach.
Audio, brother,
Habang nagpapa-audio si Coach Sam, salamat po dun sa mga nag-participate sa atin this afternoon. Pwede nyo po, sa mga interesado po sa aming mga produkto, you can actually visit our website at www.farmaciajimenez.com and you can also buy our products sa mga leading drugstores like South Star Drug, Generica Drugstore, the Generic Pharmacy, of course, Mercury Drug, at sa mga authorized provincial distributors nationwide. Coach Sam, nandyan ka na ba, Coach Sam? Next week po, we will have another resource speaker to be talking
Andiyan si Coach Sam. Wala lang audio.
Coach Sam, to be talking about maintaining a healthy skin during quarantine. Mag-iimbita po tayo ng dermatologist to talk about it. So sana po mapanood niyo po kami ulit. Coach Sam, asan si Coach Sam?
Ayan si Coach Sam.
Coach Sam, pwede bang kumuway ka na lang? Oo, wala kang audio, Coach Sam. Sige po, dahil walang audio si Coach Sam, salamat po ulit ng marami sa inyong mga nanood para po dun sa mga kaibigan natin, mga triathlete friends, Team Triumph, sila Malen, sila Dennis, sila Manu. Maraming salamat po sa pagsubaybay nyo dito sa episode natin ngayon. Sana po balikan nyo, lalo na yung mga videos na pinakita na shinare sa atin this afternoon. So, next Saturday, upo ulit via FB Live. We will have another episode of Nutrition and Health webinar series. Remember to live this life on purpose. And make sure that when you leave this place, you will leave this place a better one when you found it. Okay? So, God bless po. Salamat po sa inyong lahat.